Today, I am checking the connection here. I should be good. I disconnected from Wi-Fi, so we should be good today. So for those of you that it's the first time joining me, my name's Christy Hawkins with the Social Easel. And today I am going to talk to you guys about my favorite gold products. So if you have followed me for a while, you probably noticed that I put gold in a lot of stuff that I do. And I love it. So today I am going to go over all of my favorite products, tell you what they are, and then I'm going to show you a few examples of how I use them in my artwork. So let me pull this post up really quick. Got that selected. Everything look good to you guys? Hey Linda, hey Christina, hey Cynthia. All right, so I'm gonna switch over, pull my iPad up over here so I can read your comments. Hey Christine, glad you caught me too. All right, let's pull you up here. And hopefully I have the volume turned off. Okay, good, I do. Thank you, Jennifer. She said, I love the burlap manger. So after I got done teaching my inner tribe today, I had leftover paint on my palette because I put way too much burnt umber on there when I was teaching them, and it was driving me crazy that I just had it sitting on a palette, so I decided I needed to paint something with it, and I did. Oh, this light is terrible. I don't think you can see it. Let me see if I can dim this light. There you go. I did this little manger on a little 4x4 burlap. And I used the gold that I'm gonna show you guys today. So, if you like that, and you wanna know the gold that I used in it, I got another, it's not gold, but I have to show you guys this too. So, I'm gonna set that there. I'm gonna tell you something else that I used in that painting that's brand new. And I was just testing it out, and I really, really liked it. So, Linda said she thinks she owns about 20 different gold paints. All right, thank you. Yes, it's definitely abstract. Okay, so the first one that you've probably seen me use several times is this Decoart Premium gold pen. And instead of you guys trying to keep up and like write down or remember everything I said, all you need to do is comment the word gold in the comments, and you are going to get a Facebook Messenger message from me with a link to my Amazon store. It's the very first link, and inside my Amazon store, it's called All Things Gold. And all 5 products that I'm talking about today are in that store. So you don't have to go searching for them. And if you decide to get them at your local store, that is absolutely fine. But you'll at least have a list to go off of instead of trying to remember it. So I put them all in one spot for you. So a couple things that I do with my gold. This is my Decocolor Premium Gold pen. You guys have seen my little Christmas tree ornament that I did. And then one of my lettering cards. I'm going to try to hold this. There you go. Now you can see it a little bit better. I always put the gold accents on my lettering and some of my different designs. So this is my go-to pen. It is better than any of the other gold pens out there, paint pens that you're going to use on your paintings, because it is very, very metallic. A lot of them you'll put them on there, and then after they dry they look kind of dull. This one stays nice and bright, so you can see how bright that stays on there. So we'll just, I did this little pumpkin the other day, so we'll just do some quick little brush strokes on here. So see, it's just plain, nothing on there yet. And I'm gonna hold this up so you can see. It's like a chisel edge, which I really, really like. So on here, I would use the point of that. And I know this is a little small, but, and then I just like to go around my shapes and add Just a little bit of gold here and there. Maybe add some on my curlicues. So it just adds those fun little accent marks. And then maybe we could even come up here and put the word thankful. Just super simple. But they write, where is it at? There it is. See how quick that was and how nice and metallic that finish is? So they work really, really well on wood or canvas. So just quick little accent marks like that. I like to add to stuff. And I usually always add it to anything that I letter. So that's my number one. Now let's say you wanted, and I got this one from Casey Hope, who does lettering. Let's say you want something a little bit, that's a really thick one. So a thick marker, but let's say you want something skinnier and you still want it to have that metallic look. This is a Posca pen. So just a gold Posca pen. And I have that in my store as well. So if you're just joining us, just comment the word gold and you'll get a message with the link to all of these products. So you're not having to go find them or write things down. Now in my store, the cheapest way I could find it, well, that was your best deal, I should say, is to get the gold Posca pen with a black and white, and I think it might have a silver in there too. But these are awesome, and you can write on glass, wood, canvas, like whatever you want to with them. So this is a little bit finer, and this is what I was using. If you saw me do that sign for my tribe sisters as people were joining my membership, I did all their names in this because it's really, really fine tipped, so you can do small script with it. So this is my snowman that I haven't finished yet. We'll go ahead and add a little phrase to it. And this is daintier lettering. Again, this is going to be like, you could use this as like a gift tag to put on someone's bag or a Christmas present. And I'm doing my script on here, and then I'm coming back down and just thickening over top of it again. But this is if you want to do small lettering. So the bigger one is obviously for bigger lettering, bigger words, or if you want to use it as accent marks on your paintings. And this one is for small lettering. So you can see how fine that is. So far we've done our Prima Gold paint pen and our gold Posca pen. So those are for lettering and accent marks on your paintings. Then I was going to show you, do I have one of those frames in here? I don't think so. This is a gold spray paint that I used to redo just an old cheap frame that Emma wanted a framed piece of art in her room. And I'm just going to spray paint one for you guys today and show you how pretty it is. So this is one of my pieces of art, also using the gold that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. This is using a different Decoart gold. But I've just got this really boring frame, right? Nothing. Melissa, it's inside our Facebook group under units. So nothing special, right? And then we're going to turn it into something really pretty so that it matches my painting. And so that I want to hang it on the wall because I don't want it in that frame. Yeah, if you guys want to know the products, just comment the word gold and you will get them. So when you are doing, I'm trying to move my stuff out of the way so I don't accidentally spray paint something. I've been known to do that because I just kind of do it wherever I want. I'll move my cup out of the way, even though that would be pretty. And my phone, so I don't get gold spray paint on my phone. But I've got a tablecloth here. And you just want to do quick back and forth movements when you're doing this. You don't want it to get too close. You don't want to stay in one spot too long so you don't get those drips. So see, I'm constantly moving while I'm doing it. I'm going to hold that up so you can already start seeing. And I love it because it's spray paint and it's fast and easy. You could go to a yard sale or flea market and find some super cheap frames, spray paint them all one color, and make yourself like a little collection for your wall. Just make sure we get all our edges here. The fumes don't bother me, but you can definitely open a window. I'm gonna, when I'm done here, I'll open the curtain and air it out a little bit, and I'm gonna be down in my office, so it's not gonna bother me, but if it does, you can go in your garage or wherever. Let's see if I missed. Oh, Helen said she's more of a silver pewter, but you could do the same thing. But this is just a really, really pretty metallic gold. Look how fast we did that. So we just transitioned an ugly old frame into a pretty metallic gold frame. And now I'm going to try to be careful. If I mess it up, I'll re-spray paint it. How do you do it correct? If you do get, how do you correct it? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, how do you correct it? If you do, I would say get like a toothpick or a Q-tip or something and kind of smooth it out. Maybe even like a small paintbrush. If you get any globs anywhere, I'm looking to see if I have any. All right, so now let's check it out with my painting inside of it. Try to bend back those prongs. Come on. I'm totally getting fingerprints on the top of it, so I'll re-spray paint this afterwards, but I want to show you guys. Scoot it back. Isn't that pretty? And that looks way better than just an oak colored frame. And that took me, what, like 30 seconds to spray paint that? And I love it. And I think I'm gonna put this in the girls' bathroom upstairs. So if you guys are just joining, I'm going over my favorite gold products. Just comment the word gold and you will get a message, and it has a link to all the products that I'm talking about today. And you know what? I just thought of something. Another thing I'm going to try with this spray paint. I have this stencil, which is also in my store. It's under my mixed media supplies. So I have different categories in my store. If you want the gold, it's in the, you'll see it when you go to my store, but it says all things gold. And that's where all the things gold are going to be. But I was going to show you, this is a stencil. It's in my mixed media part. I was going to show it to you with my other gold paint, but I want to try it out with the spray paint and see what we get, because I think it's going to be really pretty with the spray paint too. What'd I do with this? Stuck it behind here. Jen says, I have words to do gold. Which pen is best for lettering? That is the first one I talked about, which is the Decoart Premium. And I talked about two different pen sizes. That's the one I would really recommend for lettering, unless you need super small lettering. Then you want to use the Posca pen. And both of them are in the store. Okay, so I'm just holding this stencil down. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Hello, Denise. Okay, I think you guys can see. All right, so I'm just going to do a quick dusting with the stencil. And just lift that off. I got a little bit of edging. If I was doing it correctly, I would have blocked that on the side. Is it showing up? There you go. Isn't that a pretty stencil? So I'm going to show you how to do it with my other favorite gold paint too. But you can do some fun little accents on your paintings with spray paint as well. Okay. So my favorite go-to just normal metallic gold paint that I use, I think I actually grabbed the wrong bottle, but it won't matter because I have the right one in the store. This one is Folk Art Metallic Gold Paint. Now, the one I have in my hand is called Antique Gold, which is pretty. I have multiple gold paints, but this is the brand that I like the most. Folk Art Metallic, because it does cover really, really well. So this is what I used for some of the gold accent marks in my little nativity scene that I did earlier today. So I use this in a ton of my paintings as accent marks, like in my scarecrow. So I'm just going to put a little dab on here and show you. And you can use it with a palette knife or a brush. Hey, Kathy. So if I'm using it with a palette knife, I don't normally squirt it on directly to my canvas, but you can if you want to. And you just get these awesome little scrapes. So it's just a really, really pretty metallic that you can play with and add to your paintings. Or, of course, you can do it as a brush. Let me get some on here. Hey, Sharon. So I've just got like an angled brush here. Let's do this. Let me flip in my mixed media pad and see if I have maybe a painting we can add some gold accent to. We'll just add it to this. If you guys missed this, this is on my YouTube channel. I painted this a few weeks ago. But let's just say I want to add some gold accents on my vase. Just real quick. Maybe a few in my leaves. Maybe I want to add some in my yellow, so I'm going to use the tip of my angled brush so it's smaller. But I really, really like using it as accents in my painting. If you're wanting something that is kind of golden, yellow, obviously I'm using it with yellow, or if you want something that's kind of like a light brown, sometimes you can substitute gold in place of that just to give it a different kind of look. But again, I'm a huge metallic fan, so I like adding it into things. So that is my go-to for like little accent marks of gold in your paintings. Do you need me to hold that up a little closer for you guys to see? I think I will. Let me go stick this in my water real quick. Becky, that's the last one. It's my favorite. All right. So can you see those gold accent marks on there? So that's just a quick example, just the first thing that I had to turn to. Why don't we add some gold to this too? Where does it say? Let me make sure I have the right container here. Okay, so here is, yes, Linda, the 24 karat gold is the best. So this is Decoart. Try to get that close enough to get out of that glare. Decoart Metallics. And you can use this with a paintbrush, obviously. This is my favorite thing to use with a palette knife, though. But you can most definitely use it. But it is like super shiny. It's as shiny as the frame that we just did. So really, really metallic. And I think I might come back, like my star on here is kind of getting lost up at the top. So I think I'm going to come back and add, actually I'm going to hold this really close and ask you guys what you think I should do, because there's something else that I was going to show you. But I was thinking about adding the 24 karat gold onto the star above baby Jesus. But if you look at, see on the sides of this, it's kind of shimmery. I don't know if that comes across in the camera, but it's kind of, it's called, what's this one called? It's just called Iridescent Medium. So you can actually mix this with any color. Ooh, maybe I should experiment. Maybe I should add this with the gold and see what happens. So this is by itself, and it kind of just has like a white iridescent look to it. So I could add that to the star, or I could do the 24 karat gold, or I can be brave and test out both and see what I think. So anyways, this is the one, the Farm Animal series that I did. If you guys liked that one, I used the 24 karat gold in that. But I like it because it comes in a jar, and I can just kind of scoop it up with my palette knife. Hold this where you guys can see. And just add these huge scrapes of gold. And if you wanted this thicker, you could use regular medium. I can use that iridescent. And what medium does is it basically thickens your paint. So if you want a heavy bodied paint, then you want to add some medium to it. So if you're just using craft paint and not like artist grade, then you can add some medium to it to kind of get that look. What do you guys think? Can you see the gold? Is that showing up? Let's see what it'll look like if we add some to our sunflowers. And just keep in mind, if I did something on here that I didn't like, I can always go back and just paint over it. Nothing's permanent. You can just keep going. And I didn't use palette knife on my sunflowers in the first one. But we're going to test it out and see if we like it for the petals. Again, just for something different. It might be fun to do a whole painting with metallic sunflowers. So I'm kind of going around. Move this. But you could decide how much you wanted to add. So you could do all petals, or you could just jump around to some of the different ones, just here and there, just to add a little bit to them. Can you guys see how that looks? Hopefully so. All right, so let's try. I'm gonna take that, I think if I move it, you guys can see it a little bit better. I'm gonna take that iridescent medium that I have and this 24 karat gold, and we're gonna add some to my new little painting here. Looks good? Okay. So let's add a little medium. And this is, I'm going to show you how thick this is. See that big glob? It's not moving at all. Super thick. So that's whatever color you add to, it's going to make it super thick. And this is going to give it a little bit of shimmer. So we're just gonna test this out. I'm just gonna scoop some of my gold on there with it. This is an experiment. You know what it actually looks like is another one of my favorite golds is called titanium, where it's kind of like a champagne. So we may try it out on this star. I don't know if it'll be bright enough. I might go back to, I don't know if you guys can see that. It was a lot brighter before I added the iridescent to it. So what we're gonna do is just go over with this first. And I may end up with a really thick star, which is fine. So I'm just scraping my palette knife in a really basic star shape. So I just do like a little X and then a long line down. I don't know. I don't feel like that is that much brighter. I think I'm going to use the really bright metallic. And I may have to let this dry first for it to really stand out. We'll see how I can get it. So I'm just using the very tip of my palette knife so it doesn't get too wide. This is with the 24 karat gold. How's that look? Can you guys see that? I think that star is better. It's a little brighter. It doesn't get as lost in the background. So I know that's a little far away. This is still wet from when I did it earlier. And I did use the iridescent on baby Jesus' little swaddling. I thought he should have a little shimmer. So that's my mini canvas that I did today with my gold and that new iridescent that I was telling you about. So I hope you guys had fun learning about my favorite gold products, and they're all in the store. Just comment gold and you'll get a message with the link, and then later I'll come back and post it in the comments just in case too. So that shows you a few little tips today. And then I forgot I'm going to Dallas next week, so I'll be on live Tuesday with a new project for you guys that I talked about, some of my Target finds and different things that I'm working on. And then I planned on going live Thursday, but I will be in Fort Worth at Heidi's Paint Party headquarters event. So it may be an impromptu live, like, hey, how you doing? Sneak peek into Heidi's event or something like that. So we'll play it by ear and see what happens. But you can join me Tuesday. Just check your messages. I usually message about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes before I jump on live. All right, that's it. You guys have fun and have a good weekend. Bye.